Hey guys, welcome back. I hope you're doing good this evening. Well, it's fall, so I'm getting ready for my garden next year. And the first project that I'm going to do actually is where I'm going to plant my pumpkins. Now, my last video I made, I showed everybody how my pumpkins came out this year. They came out really good. And so I'm going to leave a link to that video in the description below. But today, I'm going to show you what I'm doing and all the considerations that I'm going to take when I amend my soil and do everything to get ready for my pumpkins next year, so I can have hopefully as good a year next year as I did this year. So the first thing that we have to look at is a pumpkin actually has two different root systems on it. So the first one comes off of the vine. And this right here is called a node. And so you'll get a root that will come down off of that. And this will give your plant extra water, extra nutrients. So if you have clay soil or hard soil, this is something you got to take into consideration. Because, guys, if your soil just gets too hard, the root just won't grow as much. So that's the first thing that we want to look at. Now, the main root, and guys, this was actually a lot longer. When I tried pulling it out, I broke a lot of them off. But for clay soil, again, I think this is actually a pretty good root. But if you notice, the tap root didn't get real deep, but these went out really far. So what that told me is the way that I planted them actually really benefited the way these roots grow. And so I need to take that into account when I get ready. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what I got done so far. So we're going to head on over here. Okay guys, so what I did was I tilled this. And there's good and bad to tilling. With clay soil, it helps break it up. So in the springtime, summer, those roots that are coming off of that vine are going to be able to get down deeper. And with clay, it never hurts to break it up, try to break them heavy, particles up. But the downside is all the stuff that lives in this soil, the bacteria, the amoebas, everything, I just disturbed that. And so it's going to take a while for that to get back. So, I'm not saying that you necessarily have to till in the fall, but because of the way I'm doing it, I felt like it was right for me. Now, I'm going to put hay on here, and I really want to put it on thick. I mean, we're talking 8, maybe 10 inches. And so that's going to prevent, hopefully, a lot of weeds from coming up. And it's going to protect this soil. It's going to keep the sun off of it, the rain from leaching out any nutrients. So I wouldn't recommend tilling it and just leaving it out in the open, especially with clay, because it'll just turn back to concrete. So the good thing about the hay is it is going to protect my soil and hopefully keep the weeds down. But there's a couple bad things you got to take into consideration too. One, there's a lot of carbon in this. And so when you put this down, your garden is going to want to seek this balance between a carbon and a nitrogen. So the nitrogen that's in my soil, it's going to get sucked out of there. So we have to take that into consideration and maybe add some nitrogen along with this. Another thing is, I'm trying to control weeds, but there's probably a million weed seeds in this. So I'm trying to do good, but you can also do bad, by putting a lot of weed seeds in your garden. But guys, I did it this way last year, and it turned out pretty good. And like I say, I'm just going to spread this out, and I want it really thick, real tall. And in the next video, I'm going to show you what I'm going to do to get ready to for the hole and get ready to plant next spring. Well, guys, I hope that helped, and I hope you enjoyed it. I'll talk to you later. See ya.